Hello, good people. How you doing? How you feeling right now? How you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, so today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about just negative vibes, and people in general, like how to protect yourself, but also how to keep yourself together, spiritually. I think it's really, really important for everybody to be honest, okay? Because you have a lot of times when people will come to you, they will come to you and they'll talk and they will agree with you in your face, but of course, behind closed doors, they want to act and think different things. Remember, your mind is your greatest tool because wherever your thought, wherever energy goes, wherever thought goes, energy goes. Okay, so what you have to also know is that you could be talking to somebody and you're like, hey, I got this idea, I got that idea. And it could be family, it could be friends, it could be a significant other, it could be whoever. You always want to be mindful of who you share what with, okay? Because just because you're sharing it with the person and they're smiling in your face does not mean that behind closed doors they're agreeing or they're sending you positive energy. So this is why we always say be mindful of who you talk to. Be mindful of who you share certain things with. Because you could be sharing something with someone that's your Judas. And Judas in the Bible is, it was somebody that walked with Jesus. It was one of his disciples, somebody that walked with Jesus, that talked to Jesus, but at the end of the day wanted to save themselves versus work for the actual cause. Now, this is a person that was with Jesus in the Last Supper. Now, if you remember the story, Jesus actually called him out at the Last Supper and told him, like, basically, I know, do what you have to do. And so I think this really illustrates we all have Judases in our life, and you really have to trust what you feel in reference to certain individuals because, and let me say this too, it might not necessarily be that this person is a bad person or a bad individual. This person is just not where you are consciously. They can't see your vision. So a lot of times we think, why is my family not supporting me? Why are these people not supporting me? Why is this not happening? A lot of times you're not going to have those that are closest to you to support you. They may say and agree with you at that time, but when it's time to actually do something, they may not show up for the cause. Okay? You have to learn how to be okay with this, and you have to continually push yourself and develop yourself because one thing about you, especially if you're watching this video, you want to change, you want to shift, you want to grow. Everybody around you may not want to change, shift, and grow. So there are some people that you're trying to figure out why do they not like what I'm doing right now in my, within myself? Why are they pushing against me versus honoring me or appreciating me or just thanking God that something is changing in me? You have to also understand that people or individuals that you always said yes to and now you're beginning to say no to, they're going to feel some type of way. They're going to feel, they're not going to like it because they're used to you doing what you do. They're not used to you changing and shifting yourself. And there are certain tools and things that I utilize as far as with individuals I'm working with, as far as to help them shift and understand, like, you have to really own and respect your power because this is the reason why. If you don't own your power, it's most likely easier for you to give your power away to other people and then they get to own it versus you own it. And then at the end of the day, you feel like, damn, what happened? Like, I thought I was in control of my life, but all of these things are happening. But see, as you engage or begin your spiritual path, you start to really sit within yourself. And as you sit within yourself, you begin to know yourself. You begin to really identify what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And your yeses now become no's to other people, but it becomes yes to yourself. And this is really, really, really important because people will always want to act like they are your best friend or they're supporting you and they're this and they're that. But on the inside, intuitively, you feel something is not right. You don't know what's not right. You just know that something is not right. It's just a feeling. And for me personally, I have this a lot because it's a lot of people I can meet and I can talk to that will say, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, I want to do this. Or, oh my God, I'm glad you're doing this. And I'm going to tell you one instance and specifically. I had a friend of mine that I was trying to tell her some new things that was going on, some new ideas. And I told her, and she was like, oh my God, that's great. But I could feel something wasn't right. I didn't necessarily know what it was. I just felt something ain't right. Shut up. Don't tell her nothing. And my spirit kept telling me, don't say anything right now. And this is a person that is really close to me and I love dearly. So I don't mind sharing things and giving stuff. And at this point in time. And I shared this information with her, or with this individual. And later on, she came back to me and she said, Jonathan, I have to apologize because you shared this information with me. And I got kind of jealous and envious because I started thinking about all the things that were not working in my life, all things that are not going right. And I'm like, how does he keep doing it? How does he keep making stuff happen? And I was like, wow, okay. And I really had to go within myself. So at that point in time, I started thinking, should I not tell this person stuff? Like, is this person not good for me? And it wasn't that this person wasn't good. You just have to know what to share and when to share it with certain individuals, or if anyone at all. Like, the nature of business is, of course, you have to tell people what it is that you want to do, or, you want to get feedback and all those type of things. But this is the thing. Really, your conversations need to be between you and God, because God gave you that vision. God gave you that information. God gave you whatever God gave you. You have to hold that until you begin to develop it, because you have to think of it like this. That is your baby. That is your child. Your vision, your dream, your business, your new opportunity, your new relationship, that is a blessing from God. That is your baby. So you have to develop it until you know for sure that you can release that energy to the world. You can release that energy to somebody, because at the end of the day, and I'm guilty of this, people can be like, don't tell nobody. And I really won't tell anybody, honestly. I'll use sometimes examples for different individuals, but I'll never say names. But still, honestly, that's still releasing the energy. That's still letting other people mentally, spiritually connect to that energy or to that vibration. And you have to think of it like this. If you have a ball of energy, okay, that's a fresh ball, and every time you think, it's developing and it's growing. Anybody you tell, whether it's positive or negative, they begin to poke holes in it, okay? So it could be somebody that really wants to see you do well, but then they may think, how can they do that? Okay, I poked the hole in it. Now, what if you tell somebody that you want to do something and they don't believe it, but they're telling you, oh my God, I'm believing it. Oh my God. But then behind closed doors, they're just thinking about it and thinking about it. So they just poking holes in it. So now it's harder to manifest it. It's harder to develop it. It's harder. Now you don't lost motivation. You don't lost inspiration. You don't lost all of these things. So you have to be very mindful of who you share things with, because everybody does not mean you well. But this is the key point. They may not even know it. They might not even know that they don't mean you well. People, for me, I always think, how do you stop and how do you start? How do you get back out there? How do you still have a business? How do you still do this? And for me, I attribute it to God, because there have been countless times that I've fallen, that I've stopped, that I probably have not done the best to other people when it comes to business. And it's because I was scared. I was scared of the responsibility. So a lot of things for me have grown so fast, and it takes me here and there and there. And it's like, oh my God, it can become so overwhelming. And then for me, if I didn't feel like I was ready to handle whatever the situation was, that was my issue. That was my challenge. So for you people that I probably did not handle correctly, that may be watching this video, may watch this video later today, whenever, I apologize. Me, I had to grow into my wisdom. I had to grow into my calling, and I'm still growing into it. So I ain't gonna say like I'm there. I don't feel like I've arrived. I'm still growing into it. I'm still learning. But what I do know now is that I am responsible when it comes to the spirit, responsible when it comes to God, responsible when it comes to my life's work and what I know it to be. So again, I share with you guys, be mindful of who you share, of what you share with another person, and really pay attention to the vibes, really pay attention to the energy, because people can always speak things that is not real, but the spirit can never and will never, ever lead you astray. So even when somebody's talking to you and they're telling you one thing, trust what your spirit is telling you, because it's telling you that or making you feel a certain type of way for a reason. Okay? That's my message for the day. Thank ya.